All right guys, exciting times. We are getting ready to go to AusFly 2022 up at Narromine. So we get the plane packed and start some planning. Okay, heading up to Narromine, New South Wales. We'll fly up from Latrobe Valley to Wangaratta, up to Temora, and up to Parks, Forbes, that area for fuel, and then fly into Narromine. Plan is to go tomorrow. So part of that, packing my gear, taking my daughter, 5-year-old daughter. So I've got some rubber mats just for the front of the tent, going to camp under the wing. 2 deck chairs, I've weighed everything. I've got 3 sleeping bags, I only need 2, might take a third. 2-man tent, a bit bigger than I need, but got to be comfortable. I had these air beds, they're about 3 kilos each. We'll get to the weight a bit later on. But I've since had Adrian, thank you, he's passed on these lightweight camping. These are only 700 grams. So 2 of those, it's 1.4, with 2 of those is 6 kilos. The aircraft's looking good. Now because I'm taking Chloe with me, my 5-year-old daughter, I've utilised these plastic containers called a milk crate. This actually fits perfectly in the footwell there. It locks into those familiar with the cruiser, actually locks into the floor. What I do is just lasso it around the seat, hold it there to utilise that space. Now that space, because my daughter's only 25 kilo, 50 pound roughly, and I can sort of have a 100 kilo person sitting next to me, this weight doesn't count for CG purposes. So it's worthwhile utilising this space. So what I've done is I've packed my flyaway kit, if you like. As you can see there, what's in that box weighs 13 kilo or 29 pounds, and Chloe is 55 pounds. So that gives me, what's that, 55, say 85 pounds in there, with a pillow and my spoon. The plan was she's going to have the plans, you know, she can have her feet. I'll put some hockey straps on that. She can have her feet on top of the pillow, hold everything in there, and just my flyaway information. So yeah, like I said, the plan is to leave next few days, checking the weather. We'll fly across about an hour, hour and a half each leg. Total is about 400 nautical miles, so probably about 5 hours flying. Latrobe Valley up to Lacola, across to Wangaratta, or depends on the cloud base, down to Healesville, Yea sort of area, or Taggart up to Wangaratta. Refuel at Wangaratta, hope the model jet guys aren't there. Up to Temora, New South Wales, about another hour and a half leg. This is all dependent on the weather, on the wind mainly, and another hour and a half from Temora will get me up around Parks, Forbes. I want to get fuel there before I fly. I'll tap into Narromine. Don't have to get fuel when I depart on the Sunday. So 3 nights, depart on the Thursday or the Friday, and so Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, come back Sunday, weather permitting. Taking my 5-year-old daughter, going to be good fun, bit of dad-daughter time, bit of bonding, but we'll see how we go. All right guys, well, change of plan unfortunately. That's not going to happen. Weather up, all the way up. So I've got 400 nautical miles to go northeast. I've 15 to 20 knot northeasterly winds. Storms. Forecast has changed from showers to rain all day at the destination up at Narromine. And then on Sunday when I'd come home, guess what? I'm heading southwest. The winds swing around to the southwest. Underwing camping's been cancelled up there or recommended not to, and they're moving guys to put a swag up under a shelter or in a hangar or something. Looking on the webcams, yeah, weather's no good. Knock it on the head, make the hard decision. It is a hard decision. Really wanted to get up there and show off the world's best cruiser. It's not going to happen, so we'll knock it on the head. All right, guys, a bit disappointing. But one thing I did learn from that, I guess, as I'm slowly putting the aircraft away, is the weight and balance. So looking on my sheet here, with in the cruiser, so my cruiser weighs, well, it's 834 pound. Let's call me 200 pound. And if you add in the fuel of 180 pound, that's 30 gallons at £6 per gallon. The considerations are, I guess, basically what I'm trying to say is with 2 people on board and full of fuel, you're overweight. So I'm registered as 1320 pounds. So 830 plus, if it was 2 guys, it'd be 400 pounds, 1230. Doesn't leave you much for cargo. Got plenty of space in the back. However, the gear you put in the back changes the CG. So to keep within those limits, there's 2 limits. 1320, all up weight, weighing everything, but also the distribution of that weight, if you like. So I haven't worked it out, but myself, I think it's only about 50 or 60 pounds I can put in the back, myself and full of fuel. The scenario that I had was myself with my 25 kilo or 50 pound daughter sitting next to me. So I made up a box on the bench over here, so you can see where I'm going. That goes at her feet. So in effect, I could have a 100 kilo, 220 pound, 200 pound person sitting next to me, and that weight adds to the total all-up weight. I know a lot of people already know this, but it adds to the all-up weight of the aircraft, but it doesn't necessarily affect or have a huge effect on the CG. Having packed the aircraft, I would have been better off putting my 50 pound daughter in the back if there was a seat, and then I could have basically 100 kilos next to me without changing the CG. You see where I'm going with that? But then it puts me over that all-up weight limit. So, a bit restricted on what you can take. The way I was packed, myself and my daughter, I put 50 pounds in the back, or about 40 pounds. You can take some fuel out. Seems a bit counterintuitive. I wanted full of fuel, 50 pounds in the back. That had me on the rearward CG of 19.6 inches, I think it is, from the chart over here. Yeah, 19.6 inches I've got here, and it's got to be less than 19.68. So I'm right on the rear CG. Bear in mind, I've got the Jabiru in the front, 180 pounds, that engine. All up weight of 833, or 34 pounds, I think it was written down. 833, 834 pounds, all up weight. And this is one of the lightest, from what I can see, one of the lightest cruisers going around. Just a point there, I guess, on the weight and balance. I was a bit surprised as to how little you can actually carry in the back with different scenarios. You just have to work it all out, as you can see. Everything's based off the datum, so on this aircraft it's the leading edge, and then you measure back, which gives you a moment, and then on the sheet over here, what is it? The total moment divided by the total weight gives you the CG, and you've got to keep it within limits. So there you go, guys, that's where we're up to. Not much to report this week. The Sopwith Camel. So the Sopwith Camel is sitting in a box in Holden, Missouri, just waiting for more shipping quotes. The company that I was going to use here in Australia has just sold out. They've put me onto another company, so getting some more quotes. Robert Basley, Aerodrome Aeroplanes, getting me some quotes on shipping as well. But the shipping was out of this world, to be honest, to get it over here, so I don't want to cry poor, but that's where we're at with Camel. Hope we have some better news on the next one, and we'll go and do some flying. See you on the next video.